What's up guys? So today I bring you my head-to-head comparison between the VIVO V40 versus the VIVO V40 Pro. Roll the intro. So these are both mid-range smartphones powered by 4nm processors with dual stereo speakers and the real treat this year, IP68 certification in both phones, which I think is absolutely amazing. Furthermore, one is powered by a Mediatek processor and the other one is powered by Snapdragon. So in this video, we are simply trying to find out the main differences between these two smartphones. And before we move on, I'll give you guys a quick 5 seconds to like the video, sub to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've already done this, then welcome to the Chigs Tech family. So let's begin with the prices. Now as usual, I've got no idea what the pricing is going to be as the info has not yet been shared, but I'll leave the latest pricing info in the description box for your convenience. So how do they feel in my hands? Well, both of these phones are super slim and light, both coming in at only 7.58mm in thickness. Now these are Vivo's slimmest phones that they have ever made that actually have a massive 5,500 mAh battery capacity. Now weight wise, they are again quite similar. The V40 is 190 grams and the V40 Pro is 192 grams. Now I have the V40 in this beautiful Nebula Purple color and I have the V40 Pro finished in this very smart stellar silver color. Now both phones curve around the edges, curved corners, and they both look very premium in design and they are not prone to fingerprints. So very nice finish on both. Now build quality wise, they both appear to be very similar if not the same. Both have metal frames going all the way around. You've got shot glass protection on the front and on the rear we have fluorite AG glass. So the V40 has that glittery star finish. And the silver version also has an anti-fingerprint coating on top, giving you a more of a matte finish. The cameras are protected by 2.5D glass, and you do have a slightly raised camera bump. We also have a new camera bump design. They are calling it the Gemini ring design, inspired by the symmetry of Gemini stars in the sky. So yeah, I have to say I do like that camera bump design. It looks very neat and clean. There are different color options available in both of these models, and for more information on the colors, check out the links in the description box. Now let's quickly compare the ports. So the V40 on top, V40 Pro at the bottom. You can see they both have a loudspeaker grille, Type-C charging, microphone and SIM card tray. And a closer look at the SIM trays, I'll take them both out. You can see we've got a dual 5G SIM card tray and the V40 Pro also has the same. On the side, we've got nothing. On the top, you can see some words. It says professional portrait, and we have what looks like 2 microphone holes, and both have a secondary speaker on the earpiece. On this side, we've got volume rocker and power button, and that is pretty much all your ports. Now, if we talk about the displays, both have exactly the same displays. So both feature a 6.78-inch AMOLED 120Hz displays. Both support dynamic smart refresh rate with the option to go 60Hz all the time or 120Hz all the time. Furthermore, both displays support HDR10+ and feature the same Full HD Plus resolution of 2800 by 1260. But if you want to drop it down to 2400 by 1080, the option is there. And both phones feature a massive 4500 nits of peak brightness. They both also have SGS certifications for low blue light, low flicker, and low motion blur. Other similarities, both phones have the same 5,500 mAh battery capacity with the same 80 watt flash charger. And I just want to quickly show you guys, both come with silicone cases. You've got charging cables in the box for both, but only the Pro model comes with your 80 watt flash charger. And just to add, neither phone supports wireless charging. Vivo has also upgraded the V40 series with dual stereo speakers. So both phones now come with dual stereo speakers, one bottom firing and then you have another one on the earpiece. So let's quickly compare the sounds. So let's start with the V40 first. 1, 2, 3. After hearing a few clips, the V40 Pro does sound slightly better than the V40. It's a bit more immersive, there's a bit more clarity there, and there is certainly a bit more volume there as well. Otherwise, both phones have great quality dual speakers, but the V40 Pro sounds a little bit better to me. Alright, so now let's talk processing power. Now both phones are powered by 4nm octa-core chipsets. The V40 has the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 clocked at 2.63 GHz, and the V40 Pro has Mediatek's Dimensity 9200 Plus, which is clocked at 3.1 GHz. And for graphics, we have the Adreno 720 versus the Mali G610. Furthermore, I have 12 plus 512 variant of both phones here, and they both support virtual RAM extension up to a further 12 gigs. So potentially you can have 24 gigs of RAM in each phone, which is quite insane. Furthermore, neither phone supports microSD expansion or headphone jacks, but they both do support dual SIM 5G. Alright, so we're going to quickly compare the COD graphics settings. So starting off with the V40, you can see maximum selectable graphics is very high and max. If you select ultra, it's going to drop the graphics down to low. So maximum selectable is very high and max. And the V40 Pro is exactly the same. Very high graphics with maximum frame rate. If you select ultra, it will drop the graphics down to medium. So we're just going to leave them both on very high and max. And let's check out some gameplay.
Reloading, cover me. I got shot. Heads up, team. Enemy UAV spotted. Lost Alpha. Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. Contact with enemy. Target down. Predator missile inbound.
Alright, now we're testing the Pro version.
Sniper. Tango down! Hunter killer drone on standby. Reloading! Cover me! Target down! Sentry gun ready for deployment. Sentry gun deployed. Predator missile inbound.
Alright, now it's time to check out the cameras. Vivo are not messing around with the camera specs. They are using 50 megapixel Zeiss lens on both phones for every single camera. Now let's take a closer look. So the V40 has dual 50 megapixel rear sensors, both of course Zeiss lenses. So we've got a main sensor and we have an ultra wide. The V40 Pro has three 50 megapixel rear sensors. Again, all three are Zeiss lenses. You have a main sensor, ultra wide and telephoto portrait camera, all three 50 megapixels. And if we flip these both around, you will see on the front both phones feature a 50 megapixel Zeiss camera in the center. So let's begin with some video recording with the main rear cameras. The V40 Pro can shoot in 4K 60 with electronic image stabilization, and the V40 does 4K 30 max, but you get optical image stabilization, and you can see how they both compare. And to even the odds, I've set the resolution to 4K 30 on both phones, and this time the V40 does have optical image stabilization, and it's actually a lot smoother than the V40. Let me know what you guys think. And now it's time for some video from the front cameras, some maximum resolutions, V40 Pro shoots 4K 60 and the V30 shoots 4K 30 max. And now here are both front cameras filming in 4K 30. Let me know which one you think performs better. Alright, so now let's compare photos, starting off with the zoom. So this is 1x zoom, this is 2x zoom. You are now looking at 5x zoom, this is 10x zoom, 20x zoom, and that is the maximum for the V40, but the V40 Pro can even do 50x zoom. Let me know which one performed better for zoom. So now I'm going to share some point and click shots of various situations both outdoors and indoors for you guys to compare and decide for yourselves which one you prefer. So quick look at DRMs, you can see both have Widevine Level 1 certifications and both do support Netflix Full HD with HDR10. And I'll just quickly show you the playback specifications of both phones. So digital rights management Widevine Level 1, playback Full HD Max, and you can see there at the bottom HDR10 capable. And here is CPU-Z where you can check out the clock speeds. And you can see at the bottom there it says Adreno 720 versus Mali G715. Now the Android version on both is Android 14 with Funtouch OS 14 on top. You can see the processors, you can see 12 gigs of RAM, it already extended by 12 gigs, and they both have 512 gigs of internal storage. So that brings us to our benchmarks, beginning with Geekbench single core score 1140 versus 1792, and multi-core score 3197 versus 5069. You can see the Pro version has achieved a considerably higher score than the standard V40. And a quick look at the Antutu benchmark scores. The V40 has achieved 832K and the V40 Pro has achieved 1.41 million. We're also going to compare the temperatures. Starting temperatures 32.8 versus 34.7, and by the end of the test 38.3 and 47.7. So the Pro version actually ended a lot hotter than the standard version, and it does feel quite warm to the touch. And in case you're wondering how these phones stack up against the other big dogs of this year, well, this is my top smartphone performance chart showing you all the latest smartphones and seeing how they compare with each other, and all the phones are ranked by Antutu benchmark scores. So based on the performance, the VIVO V40 Pro takes position 13 and the VIVO V40 takes position 19. Performance-wise, the V40 Pro is nearly 2 times more powerful than the V40, so you can expect a smoother and faster overall experience in everyday usage. So that should give you a good idea of where these phones sit performance-wise. Now you can view the latest versions of all my charts online and completely free of charge at chigstech.com. So there you have it, guys. That was my head-to-head comparison between the VIVO V40 versus the VIVO V40 Pro. Now you don't get any wireless charging, microSD expansion or headphone jacks, but the new V40 series now has IP68 certification. That's right guys, both phones are IP68 certified, which is quite good news for this mid-range V series smartphones. We also now have very good quality dual stereo speakers in both phones. Build quality and design is top notch, screen quality is amazing, battery life is superb, 5500 mAh in both phones. Both support 80 watt FlashCharge, but only the Pro version comes with the charger. Cameras are great on both, but you would really have to nitpick to find the differences. Both can shoot great looking videos and photos with minimal effort. However, after reviewing the footage, I personally lean towards the standard V40's camera results. Let me know which one you like between the two. Nevertheless, both phones are offering an amazing overall experience. To find out more info on these smartphones, including price and offers, do check out the links in the description box. Hopefully this video has helped you see the main differences between these two phones. Now if you want to see more of my latest and greatest unbiased tech reviews, hit the like button, sub to the channel and hit the bell icon. The target is 500k guys, we're getting there slowly but surely. Peace.